see if we can keep this one going.
Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties today, but it's just everything's gone wrong today, literally from start to finish,
Not
from the
least
game.
Tottenham.
Yeah, but let's bring on Grandpa. Grandpa, finally.
Hi.
Hi, Grandpa. You're right.
Sorry for making you wait so long.
That's right. That's right. I just thought I'd quickly give you my view that the whole problem with Mourinho, I think he messed it up at the start. You bring on nine changes, and you put Davis in the centre where he's not used to being. You don't have Toby or Dyer there. Your whole defence is in problem, and therefore they're not feeding in properly to the centre. I think it was a real mistake. And then then at half time, he takes off who I thought was the best player at the time, was Lo Celso. He was holding it up. He was doing very well. Bergwijn was also playing reasonably well. He takes them off, and gradually brings on his first team in the front there. And it was too late because they weren't as a team. They weren't trying. They seemed to feel that they shouldn't have been. That wasn't the team that they wanted to be in at the time. And I think he made the mistake. Can't bring in 9 changes with 2 players that hardly played at all so far. You just can't do that. And I think that was the problem. I think once he walked in, they were better.
Did you find any positives from today? Any positives apart from Bergwijn and Lo Celso in the first half?
Very difficult. I thought Lamela did reasonably well. He was getting in there, and Poirier to some extent was playing well. But there were very few positives. So different to their last 2 games.
And
no intention.
Mourinho's been very critical after the game.
Of them or of him?
Oh no, Mourinho's been very critical of the team after the game. He was saying that a lot of the media ask him all the time why he leaves this player out and that player out, and he said after this game they should stop asking because they have their answer.
Going to leave it out in future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You buy new players. You spend a lot of money. You've got to get them. They've got to play, and so you can see. I mean, the little bit we saw of Vinicius wasn't too bad. Højbjerg didn't play too bad either. But they just weren't playing as. What I keep saying, they weren't playing as a team.
You got to give credit to the way Antwerp set their team up.
Put it right. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he'll recommend it.
I was saying you got to give credit to the way Antwerp set up and frustrated us, and they came with a game plan and they pretty much played it to perfection.
I think that's right. We allowed them to do it.
Yeah.
Normally when we're fighting all of the time, they just fought for it all the time. But no, I think we got the possession. But anyway, it's a game to forget. It might not do us any harm.
Exactly, Grandpa.
Game
Onwards and
100%.
upwards. We'll do it on the weekend against Brighton. Thank you so much, Grandpa, for coming on. Always a pleasure speaking to you.
Apparently, he was talking about Delhi's first half. He said players with bad performances influence the team. Jeez. He's digging in a bit, I feel. Although he refuses to analyse Dele Alli's performance. So, Mourinho was being quite.
Well, to be fair, he was critical of himself as well. But everything he's saying is fair, I think. Is there anything he's saying that's not fair?
No, I think we were shocking today, and it's a wake-up call. And he was talking about the Brighton game on Sunday. He said Brighton is going to be a lot tougher than today's game. So We have to really shape up before that game.
All right. I want to know who in the comment section is a gold member, because gold members we have. Well, it's not even a surprise anymore. All your names are in this box.
Every single gold member.
We are going to start pulling the prizes now. So
it's now the moment. Now's the time, people. Now is the time.
The first prize is a Carabao Cup final programme and a Tottenham Hotspur flag.
What game was that from? Was that from the first game at Wembley, maybe?
I believe.
Or maybe the last game at White Hart Lane?
I'm not sure.
I think that's from Wembley.
It's not White Hart Lane.
I think that's Wembley, isn't it? That's from the first game at Wembley. When we played
now, shut your eyes, Sim. The first draw is going to be made. Pick one name out. Oh, and the winner is Colin Stuffers.
Colin, are you sure it's a L? Colin, why is the name half cut off?
We had problems with the printer.
Oh my god.
1 second. I got the name here. Colin.
It is Colin, yeah.
Lumsden. Colin Lumsden,
no,
are
it's
you?
not. No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not Colin Lumsden. Can you not do Control F?
Yeah, what should I type in?
Colin. Double L C O. No, STU. Yeah, we are.
Coffin Stuffers.
Coffin
Stuffers.
Coffin Stuffers.
Coffin Stuffers, are you watching?
Coffin Stuffers, you are the winner of a programme.
Are you watching Coffin Stuffers?
Coffin Stuffers, are you watching? If you're not watching,
we will get in contact with you.
We'll get in contact with you, but you've won the prize of a programme.
Coffin Stuffers, you have got a flag and a programme.
Coffin Stuffers
coming to your way now.
Coffin Stuffers, what a name. Maybe he's not alive. Alright, this is for We Are Tottenham TV shirt.
This is for a We Are Tottenham TV shirt. A colour of your choice, a size of your choice.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Shanna Blanley.
Is Shanna Blanley watching?
Shanna Blanny. Blanny?
Doesn't look like he or she is watching.
But we'll have to get in touch with them as well. Shauna, maybe. Shauna
Blaney.
Shauna Blaney.
Shauna
Blaney.
Shauna Blaney is not watching.
Also not watching. We'll have to get in contact
Shauna
with
Blaney,
you.
you get a We Are Tottenham TV shirt, any colour of your choice. And now, she's there. He or she.
Yeah, Shauna. Come on.
There.
Get in contact with us.
Make sure to message us on social media so we can get your address and send you out, and let us know what colour and what size you would like, Shauna. And now for the.
Well done, Shauna.
Now for the main event.
This
is for a signed Toby Alderweireld shirt with all the tags still on it.
Toby.
Signed by Toby Alderweireld, half of the Belgian barrier.
Come on. Who's going to win the signed Toby shirt?
And now, Simeon. Oh, who is it, Sim? Who is it? Who is it?
Brian Daigle!
Brian Daigle!
Go on, Brian!
One of our regulars!
Go on, Brian!
One of our regulars, Brian Daigle! Toby Alderweireld signed shirt!
Yes, Brian! He's on it as well!
Yes,
Brian!
Wow!
I was just commenting that I'm here!
Congratulations, Brian. You've won a Toby Alderweireld signed shirt.
This is coming your way, mate.
Over the moon. Thank you very much, guys.
He was logged into the stream as
I
well.
can't believe you were logged in as well. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. Fantastic, Brian. Congratulations.
Well, a few people in the comments are calling it a fix. Can you please tell everyone?
No, you didn't know.
Your audio's gone.
I just got back.
Sorry, just repeat that, Brian. Your audio went for a second.
I said, finally, something good in 2020 has happened. I won something.
You're getting a Toby Alderweireld signed shirt being sent to your address. Where do you live, Brian?
Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
So, Brian, make sure to message us your address so we can send it out on any social media. Media. But look, we do have a game to talk about.
Go on, give us your opinions, Brian.
What went wrong today?
I think there's only one positive I can take out of it, and it's that we cannot drop Højbjerg and Ndombele. Period.
Is it worrying to you how reliant we are on Højbjerg, especially?
On Højbjerg, most definitely, because we've spoken about this on previous times I've been on, and so have other guests. If he gets an injury or a suspension, there isn't another one of him.
Yeah.
And Ndombele, you got Lo Celso, or you can drop someone there. Højbjerg, if he gets injured or suspended, it's a big problem. But from what I saw in Southampton, this guy never gets injured. I think he's made of. I think he's the bionic man.
Yeah, I mean, what did you make out of the halftime changes from Jose Mourinho, and obviously bringing Kane on 5-10 minutes into the second half?
I think it's a shame it had to happen, but I honestly think it was one of the worst first halves of football and games of football I've ever seen as a Spurs fan. And there's been quite a few. It was shocking. Davies, who I think can do a job at centre-back, I don't know what happened with that slip for the goal. But Winks, I think, has not done himself any favours. Dele Alli should be ashamed of himself. They just haven't taken the chances when they had them, and this was a golden opportunity.
Expressions are said in the comments it was fixed.
Fixed.
That's his take on it. So you got Brian, you got expressions to deal with now. He's coming for the shirt.
We have a mutual friend. So I'll go through the mutual friend and get a message to him personally.
Brilliant.
But yeah, Mourinho has been very, very critical in his post-match comments about Spurs. He was talking about how the media always ask him why he leaves certain players out, and now the media aren't going to ask him that question anymore because they have their answer. What do you think about those comments?
I haven't heard them. I saw you guys talking about them, but you know what? If he feels that he needs to say this, good on him, because all this time what I loved about Pochettino was he always praised the team, not the player. And we just went on a crest of a wave. And now it's got to the point where Mourinho gets criticised for not doing something. And then when he does it, it doesn't go right. And if we want to get this winning mentality, tough love needs to be had. And I don't blame Mourinho for a second.
Was there any positives from you from that game at all?
Yeah, like I said, we can't drop Højbjerg or Ndombele.
That's the only one, yeah?
That's it. And the only other thing is people like you guys weren't able to make the journey over there, in case that would have been the biggest waste of money.
Yeah,
damn right.
100%.
At least we'll see a nice city.
Yeah.
That'll be it. But what else? Yeah, depressing night. But at least it's one of those games where it's a group stage Europa League, and hopefully we can just forget about it and move on from it.
Exactly. If you ask me 3 points dropped here or 3 points Brighton, I think it's fairly obvious what we're going to choose.
Damn right.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yes. Erase that. Edit it.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
Nice one, Brian. Congratulations.
We'll be sending you this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian. Cheers. Congratulations to Brian. That's so funny. He was in the studio at the time when we selected it. It was not a fix. You could see I had my eyes closed, so I don't know how I could have fixed it. But 3 winners: Coffin Stubbers, Shauna Blanley, and Brian Daigle. Congratulations to all you 3 competition winners. Apologies as well for all the technical difficulties you've had today. It'll be a bit of a shorter stream than usual, but yeah. Well, who we got? We got anyone else coming on?
Yeah, who we got next? David Harris.
Yes, David. Yes, David.
David, 1-0 out in Antwerp. How did that happen today?
Look, I personally think that the players were they were tired. They played Thursday night, they played Monday against Burnley. Look, there's no excuse. I think the likes of Winks and Ali there got a run out. They weren't good enough, in my opinion. Anytime Winks plays, we seem to just get overrun. He's just not capable in midfield. I thought Ali was very disappointing today with his chance that he was given. Bale, I just don't think he's up to pace yet. I think Mourinho is probably trying to big him up in the press to try and get something extra out of him. And I think making the 5 clubs or the 4 clubs at half time, I think, was a big mistake as well. But look, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for today either. I'm not making any excuses about we played Monday or that. The thing is, no disrespect to Antwerp. In fairness, they stuck to a game plan. They won, but they should be able to let up half our players' boots.
But look, at the end of the day, like you said, you got to give credit to Antwerp because they came with a game plan. They completely stuck to it, and they were by far the better team today. They could have scored 3 or 4 goals today. So I mean, you got to give them utmost credit. But at the end of the day, you got to look at yourselves, don't you?
Yeah, look, I'm not disrespecting Antwerp, but if we're going forward, the likes of Winks and Ali, we were talking about them playing in the Premier League last year and all, realistically, they shouldn't be touched by these guys, but they were. And at the end of the day, fair play to them. We made McCanny look like Messi today. He gave Davies a torrid time. David, that's also off the back of a poor performance by Davies against Burnley. But look, the problems are closer to home. I don't know whether the players just weren't up for it, whether they were tired, or whether they're focusing on Sunday. Because at the end of the day, this is a knocking game as well. We are going to get out of the group. It's what we do against Brighton that counts for the weekend.
Yeah, right. Well, what did you make of Mourinho's post-match comments talking about players? Who the media keep asking about, and now they have their answers to why the certain players keep getting left out. He was also asked specifically about Dele Alli, and he refused to comment on his performance specifically, but he did say sometimes bad performances has a negative effect on the team or something to that effect. What did you? I don't know if you've seen the comments. What did you make out of them?
No, I seen them. Look, that was clearly aimed at the likes of Winks and the likes of Dele Alli. Dele Alli today. Look, I came on at the start of the season and I said that Ali has to have a big season this year. Some people didn't agree with it, but I could foresee the future. I knew it was going to be a big year for him. And Winks as well, this guy, like I said, anytime he plays, he's so slow on the ball. He plays these little 5-yard passes and thinks he's the man. And he just, anytime he plays, we just get overrun. We can't stop teams attacking us, and we just can't dominate when he plays. There at one stage in the second half, Højbjerg was on the pitch, and they broke. And Winks was standing closest. He done nothing, and Højbjerg had to come across. That means they played a pass where Højbjerg could have been, and they were through. And the thing is that's why Winks is just not good enough, and that's why he's nowhere near the first starting 11. Same as Ali. It's very disappointing with him today. Bale, I think that might have been slightly at Bale as well today, what Mourinho said as well, because look, I don't think he's fully up to fitness, but like I said, if they can come good over the Christmas, that's not meaning them the most, especially coming in December when we've got some of them big stakes.
Is it starting to worry you about how reliant we are on players like Pierre-Emile Højbjerg?
I'm worried. Not only Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, but I think we missed Sissoko and Ndombele today. We just had we just weren't competitive in midfield today at all. Look, we're very reliant on Højbjerg, but look, that's why we bought him.
Yeah. Go on.
Go on.
Yeah, do you think it was? I thought it was quite harsh getting Vinicius off the pitch at half-time, in my opinion. I actually thought in the first half he was one of our better players. What did you make of the decision to hook him?
I was very surprised he took Vinicius off at half-time, to be honest. I don't think it was warranted. At the end of the day, I think the reason why we didn't come back today is I firmly believe we should have hauled Winks off at half-time. If he's hauling Ali off, he should have hauled Winks off. It was very harsh on Vinicius today. It's not going to do his confidence any good either. But look, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes or what went on in the dressing room at half time or anything like that. Obviously, Mourinho sees the game differently to us. But look, at the same time, the man has to send out a message. I just want to address one thing. There's a lot of people saying Mourinho out in the comments today. It just doesn't make sense.
Nah, it's ridiculous. It's complete reactionary comments, you know what I mean? We'll win against Brighton and everyone will say Mourinho's the next coming. That's just the nature of YouTube football fans and social media in general. I mean, look, Mourinho did get it wrong today in terms of playing Davis at centre-back. But, you know, managers get it wrong at the end of the day. But the lineup was still good enough to win the game today, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, the likes of Winks and Ali, they should be good enough to come in and win these games. They really should be. There's no excuses for it. Davies was given a terrible time by McCann. Like, that guy couldn't hit a barn door in the Premier League. He wasn't great. You know what I mean? That's why he was shipped out to Kiev, and that's why he's playing in Antwerp now. There's no excuses for it. I'm not making any excuses. Like, at the end of the day, we have to praise Antwerp. They came with a game plan. They stuck with it. They won the game. But it's just a lot of the players out there today are Pochettino players, the likes of Winks, Ali, Davies, Sanchez. There's more like Aurier. Do you know what I mean? And it's Pochettino mentality. And like you see the game against Burnley, it was a tough game. We grounded out. Our first 11 is Mourinho mentality, Mourinho players. We won the game. Today was a lot of Poch players, Poch mentality. And look, this is what we were used to seeing under Pochettino. Like games we should be winning, we ended up losing, or you know, we were just weak mentality.
But you know, we bring on Son, we bring on Kane, and still nothing changed in that second half, though.
Yeah, well, look, that proves Alex wrong then as well, doesn't it? Because he was saying we were relying on Son and Kane, and in a way, it kind of worked out in my favour that we didn't score because he would have been on here giving it large. But at the end of the day, look, I just think we were tired after the Burnley game. Look, they kicked lumps out of us down there at Turf Moor. It's a tough place to go. It's all about Sunday for me, the Brighton game, looking forward. Like I said, this game is a knocking game. We could lose this and go on and win our next four games in the group, top the group, we're out. That's all that matters. It's what happens Sunday, what counts.
You still confident going into Sunday?
Oh yeah, I'm fully confident. Kane and Son will be raring to go. Højbjerg will be raring to go. Might see Doherty Sunday, so put him back in the fantasy team then. Regular would be raring to go. Dyer and Alderweireld will be raring to go to put this right. Hopefully Mourinho will be showing some of the reactions on this channel today. And hopefully then they can realise how much this club means to us and they can't just be going out and losing these games.
Just to let you know, David, I swapped out Doherty for Reguilon, so I think I'll stick to it.
Fair enough.
All right, David, thanks a lot for coming on, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Nice one, David.
All right, let's bring on our next guest.
Sorry,
Hello, mate.
Hello, Ben. Hello, Sim.
How are you?
Yeah, good, yeah. What do you reckon of tonight's game?
What do I reckon? I reckon it was a shambles. What do you reckon?
It was an absolute shambles. Been supporting this club for 30 years, Sim, and it hasn't changed. The mentality is still there in Europe. Not winning away. We looked toothless tonight, and I just know we just looked like we was under pot tonight.
Well, do you think it was the changes to the team that made the biggest difference, or do you think it was more mentality going into the game?
I just think, as you said there, the starting 11 was good enough to beat them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I just think tonight I think Ali needs to have a look at himself. Winks needs to have a look at himself. And also, Gareth Bale is not fit yet. Everyone needs to get off Gareth Bale's back. He will come good. He will come good, Gareth Bale. And everyone keep off Mourinho's back.
Yeah,
this guy will win us leagues. This guy will win us trophies, trust me.
I completely agree with you. But going back onto Dele and Winks, do you feel that their time at Tottenham is kind of coming to an end, or do you still have faith in them to come good?
I think Dele, he's 24, 25.
Yeah, 24.
I think Dele, if he gets his act together, I think under Mourinho he can be a good player. He can be a good player. But Winks...
Well, we saw it when he first came into the club, Jose.
Yeah. When he against West Ham, he was on fire. Come in, got a goal, but I don't think he's kicked on. I don't think he's kicked on from there.
That's true.
Winks, I think Winks need to. I think he needs to go. Sorry, I'm not a Winks fan at all.
Who do you think's a better
There's a lot
player,
of side,
Winks
there's a
or
lot
Skip?
of side passing, a lot of. He thinks he's a player. What he's not. I don't think he's that player.
I don't think a lot of people digging out Winks today. I really don't think he was the issue. I honestly do not think Winks was the issue today.
It's not that Winks being the issue or not. Winks puts in substandard performances week in, week out whenever he plays.
I don't think today was one of them.
I think he was awful in the first half. He increased his level a bit in the second half.
I think Winks was playing these passes into the front men like quite quickly, and the front men kept getting out muscled and kept getting out fought for the ball. A lot of the time that was happening, and they kept getting broken down. Winks was actually trying to stride forward and make things happen. I don't think he was that bad today. I'm not saying it was a great performance. I'm just saying everyone's digging him out. I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch.
Sim,
Yeah.
Don't you think if he brings Ali off, I think he needs to bring Winks off, because I think both of them were poor in the first half. And both of them should have
No,
been
I
dragged
disagree.
off.
I disagree.
No, I actually agree with you. I think that he needed to bring off Winks for Højbjerg. I don't think he should have brought off Lo Celso.
Yeah.
Well, clearly there was a fitness
And-
issue. I don't know.
The thing is, this is where we're going back to Pop days, where we're relying on the big players to win games like this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the problem. Mourinho's got to get out of him. Mourinho's got to get that mentality on to win games like this.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. But look, isn't there a bigger picture to look at here? I know we've lost the game in a terrible performance,
Yes,
but it's only one game in a group stage game. You still expect us to qualify.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think tonight, let's get over our heads. Let's get to Brighton, and I think it'll be a different game. Brighton will be a tough test.
Yeah,
A tough test.
Definitely.
But I think he'll go with the strongest 11 again. I think Sunday we should give Gareth Bale, play Gareth Bale with Son and Kane from the start. I think
I mean,
because I don't think Lucas has been. I don't think he's hit and miss. Lucas. He's good.
Well, he scored 3 of his last 4 games.
Yeah, he's got energy to burn, but still in that final third, I think Bale, if we give him a chance playing alongside with Kane and Son, I think we can see something against Brighton on Sunday.
All right, thank you so much for coming on, mate. Good to chat to you.
Nice one.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Nice
Cheers,
one.
mate.
All right.
All right, let's go to the next guest. Ariane.
No, just get him off.
I thought you weren't going to show your face today. I thought you weren't going to show your face.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you came on.
Guys, I've changed my Twitter handle.
Of course he has.
You fickle.
No, I've been sticking with Ben for about, I think it was January 1st. Yeah, I think it was January 1st. I retweeted it today. I just can't take it anymore. But
What did you change it to? What did you change it to?
It's just THFC Arian for now.
Okay, cool.
Unless
That's
find
it.
anything else.
Just biding your time. Clever. It's clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell me about that performance today.
Okay, first of all, let's just get Ben Davies out of the way. That was dreadful. I don't know what he was doing on the ball. He took 9 years to make one pass, just got caught. At first, I was trying to make an excuse. I tweeted out, "Oh, that's a foul. That's not a foul. He just got caught." Goes through on goal, passes it. That's fantastic. That's a goal. You can't do anything about that. But it's just it was a lot of other problems today. I don't think it was just Ben. I think there was obviously you get to talking about Harry Winks today. He was dreadful. I'd say. I think there's also some people who are like, "Oh, he was good today," and I think. Sim just said he's been good, or I'm not quite sure still which one's which.
Yeah, I'm sticking by it. I don't care how many people say otherwise.
But I don't think
Sim's a Harry Winks apologist.
Yeah, I don't quite agree with that point of view. But I've been sticking with Ben Davies for a long time, and I can't really fault anybody else for sticking with any other player, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I just think Harry Winks was dreadful today. But I think even more than that was the game management. I think also Mourinho said it was his fault, and I think it was really reactionary, going 45 minutes, making 4 changes. I think an already fragmented squad with however many changes he made. I think taking an already fragmented team, bringing in 4 other players, no one knows what they're doing. Højbjerg was clearly even confused. Kane and Son weren't linking up like they were. I don't think anybody knew what the rule even was. And you go into that game when Harry Winks clearly was trying to be the hero, going for some pot shots out of nowhere. it was just super fragmented. I don't think anybody knew what was going on in the entire team. Antwerp played really well. 3 at the back. They were causing a lot of problems for us. They had 2 flying fullbacks there. We couldn't handle them at all, and they go through on goal 1-0. I think the scoreline flattered us. We should have been 2-3-0 down, I think. I mean, so many chances they missed. That one tap-in that just, I don't know. That was skied that over. But, yeah.
Any positives whatsoever from you from that game?
Look, the positives are few and far between. If I'm being
we only conceded one
less Europa League game to watch.
The only positive I can think of, obviously, was like that guy said. And Ndombele, really, we can see how important he is to our team. Højbjerg, again, even though he was a little bit confused, I think he still really put in a good shift. But again, this was just very few positives. And I'm not even mad about the result. 1-0 to Antwerp in the Europa League group stage. I mean, whatever. It's a nothing game. Mm-hmm. The thing I'm worried about is we're 10 games unbeaten. This might take a hit on our momentum. We lost to Everton, which we came back from. We drew to Newcastle. We came back from that. We bottled a 3-0 lead, and we came back from that. So losing to Antwerp and a super confused team, it's hopefully not going to be the biggest deal in the world. We still have an amazing squad. We have Brighton next. We can easily bounce back. It's not the end of the world. I guess that's the best positive I can give.
Yeah, it's important. It's very important we bounce back on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All
right, Ariane. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Good to see you, mate. All right, looking forward to Ariane's new
maybe after the weekend he can change his name to Joe Roden.
Ariane Joe Roden. We'll see.
But the last guest of the evening, it was two more. We got Zach next.
All right, mate.
Zach, how's it going, Zach?
You're right.
Disappointed, man. But I did think Antwerp played well, didn't it, man? They made us look terrible, didn't they? I thought in the last, in the last 70 minutes we turned it on, innit? But we could have played another hour and still not scored anything. I think.
Do you put it down more to Antwerp playing a good game, or us, or do we have to look at ourselves more?
Oh, I think it's just the selection was wrong, man. I think Dali's proven why he shouldn't be in the squad, really. I think Lo Celso should have played in Dali's role. I don't get why Lo Celso was coming off. I thought he was our best player in the first half, to be fair. I thought it was a wrong call as well to take Vinicius off. I think we could have done with him in the last 20 minutes. Some wrong balls into that tall 6'4" striker. It might have made a difference.
Do you think Mourinho was kind of too drastic, making 4 changes at half-time?
I get it. I'd be mad though, wouldn't you, if he was him? He gave all these players a big chance, but do you know what I mean? And they didn't do nothing. He took them off. But I don't understand how Winks ended up playing the 90 minutes. He should have come off. I know he was just defending him, but he should have come off, in my opinion. I think poor Ben Davis, I know he let that goal in, but I think made the mistake for that goal. But I think it was Dele and Winks' play, which obviously got him in that muddle in the first place.
You say that you would have been mad, wouldn't you? You would have shipped 4 players as well. But isn't it up to Jose to keep that calm head?
Yeah, I guess he's paid the big money, and he's second most paid manager in England. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it was a bit of rash, but I watched his press conference and he called himself out. So what more can you ask from really?
Yeah.
But he did make a mistake like this last year, didn't he? The Champions League, when he played all the fringe players and then we got battered in the game.
No, that was a bit different because we literally had no players because of injuries.
Everyone was injured against Leipzig, yeah.
Yeah, against Leipzig, that was a bit different. We did have a very weakened team out, but that wasn't due to choice. But he was bigging up Gareth Bale a lot pre-game, saying he's gonna show today that he's on a good level. What do you think he showed today?
I don't think Gareth Bale and Aurier work together on that right hand side, man. I didn't see Aurier pass the Bale once. They don't seem to have that bond or connection yet. I thought when he played with Doherty last week, there was a bit more interplay between them. So I think maybe that was just a bit of a selection error as well.
And what are your opinions on Reguilon's performance today?
I thought he played all right. So I want to see a bit more, but there's nothing. I don't know. There's nothing you could really do, was there? There's just a bit poor all round.
You confident going into the game on the weekend against Brighton?
Yeah, I am.
Don't sound convinced there. Don't sound convinced.
No, obviously, I was confident going into this game, especially in the front 3 we started with. I wanted to see all 3 of them score because they all needed a goal. That's what I mean. So I don't know what's there at the minute. But all right, we keep rolling, man.
Onwards and upwards, Zach.
Yeah, thank you. See you later.
Good speech to you, mate.
Soon, mate.
Nice one.
See you later.
And last but not least, Mike Kelly.
How are we doing tonight?
Hey, Mike, you're right.
We're not the greatest. How about you?
I've had better days.
You know, I'm probably slightly and a little bit either ahead of you guys or behind you. I don't know how it goes, but you know, there's not much to say about tonight. You know, I don't want to sound negative, but the only reason it'll sound negative is because I expect a lot of this team this year. You know, I expect us to be dominating this competition at this point. You know what I mean? I expect us in the Premier League to be winning against lesser opponents by a goal or two, you know, and looking dominant in that process. So it's not that I'm saying, you know, the sky is falling or anything like that, but, you know, improvement needs to be made for sure.
Does it worry you a bit in terms of against Burnley, we didn't create many chances. Tonight, we didn't create many chances. Is that a worry for you, or do you think there are other reasons for that?
No, I completely, there's definitely worry. I said 179 minutes against what you would consider teams we should be beating. We haven't had any ideas. Was there any legitimate, maybe one or two legitimate chances tonight? I mean, and against Burnley, we had one chance. We were just that clinical with Kane and Son. Mm-hmm. And that can't be the way you win matches, is just hauling on Kane and Son in the last 30 minutes, expecting the most. I'm not getting on Jose Mourinho, but there is definitely questions. If you're subbing on 4 players at halftime, then that's an indictment on yourself, on your own 11, on your own selection. That's it. It's one night.
He said that himself after the game. He called himself out for it.
Okay, good. That's good to know, because to be honest, you can debate the 4 players that were hauled off all night. The one of them that needed to be hauled off for me, I don't care who needs to go in, is Ben Davis. You're saying we have one of the deepest squads in Europe, which I've been arguing all year that we have one of the deepest squads in Europe. And then Ben Davis is the only player playing 2 games in 4 days at 2 different positions. He might be one of our worst players in our squad, you would argue. So I don't know if that's the move, if that's the player that needs to be playing 2 different positions. If that's all we have, then maybe we're not as deep as we thought. But if we're going to sub 4 players off, Davis has to come off. That's something I need to say, because that's not an indictment on, say, that 45 minutes you give attackers 45 minutes who haven't played to score, but you're not going to take off Ben Davis, who makes a mistake that essentially is costing us 2 points. Essentially, that's what happened.
But I mean, I think everyone could have called before the game that Toby Alderweireld should be starting this game. I think everyone could be calling that.
Hometown guy, Jose, how do you not at least start him over Sanchez? If you want to start Ben Davis again, because it seems like that, I don't want to jump into Jose narratives, because I've been a big fan to this point. It's one night, we'll probably get out of this group, no problem. It's just, like I said, we expect better, and Toby Alderweireld from the hometown, you know he's going to want to put in a shift tonight, regardless of if he played the other night. And Ben Davis is playing his second position in 4 days. That's the one selection I'm ready to actually question Jose on. The rest of it, you know, the players let him down.
But you know what? You played Ben Davis last week on Thursday night, and he had an absolutely stellar performance at centre-back, and no one said a word. And now he makes a mistake, and everyone's jumping on his back.
Yeah.
Yes, but Ben, he played left back on 4 days ago. So now he like I just said, he should not be playing this minute. He should not be the constant in our 11. Harry Kane's sitting,
I agree with
but
you.
Ben Davis is playing at 2 different positions.
I think the Mourinho got it wrong, not because I disagree with Mike, because I don't think it's because he played left back that it was a problem. I think the big issue was against Lask, he didn't have a big physical striker to contend with like he did tonight in Mbakani. Mbakani had him for dinner easily. He completely outmuscled him. He didn't let Ben Davis get anywhere near the ball, and I think Mourinho.
There's no excuses for that mistake he made today.
I know, but Mourinho
Zero. He needs to not play the next game. He can't play the next game.
No, but Mourinho has to do his analysis. He has to know who he's coming up against, right? And he has to know who's going to be starting for Antwerp. Of course he knows who's going to be starting. He knows Mbakani is going to be playing. So you can't play Ben Davis in that position against a striker like that. When you have a striker against Lask, you can, but not against Mbakani. Yeah. And that's what he's doing.
Sim, I agree with you. He's not, like, just the position is not the reason, but wouldn't you say that the fact that we're having to use Ben Davis's flexibility this early in the season and him playing 3 games in less than a week, or a week exactly, at 2 different positions, is we think we have this deep. I'm only saying this because I think we have a very deep squad, but now we're playing Ben Davis 3 games in a week, and I wouldn't consider him one of our most important players in our 11.
But it's because Joe Rodon's not in the Europa League squad yet.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the team, the lineup was good enough to win the game today. I don't care what anyone says; it was good enough to win the game. So that shows our squad is deep enough. They just didn't play well today.
Absolutely, we should have won. There's so many reasons that we're not getting into, but that I'm not even getting into why we should have scored goals, and I expected much more. But I'm just saying we're going to punish the 4 attacking players like Dele Alli, Gareth Bale, Vinicius, who play 45 minutes a week, 60 minutes a week max. But we're not going to criticize Ben Davis, who's now considered, as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the more important players in Jose's mind in our defense. So he's playing 3 games in a week. He needs to be better than that and at least get a point from this. And then we're not stressing out the next match. Now we're going to have to do the same thing the next match and go all out. I'm not acting like the sky's falling, like I said.
I know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just expect more from the squad that we have.
I think we do. I think Jose does as well.
Having said all that, you confident going into the weekend?
You know, why not, right? Different competition. Different competition, but it needs to improve. It needs to improve. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Nice one, Mike. Good
Thanks,
to see
guys.
you.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
All right. That
brings a disastrous day from start to finish. I mean, the performance.
Not for Brian Daigle, not for Shauna Blaney, and not for Coffin Stuffers.
That's very true. Coffin Stuffers hasn't got in contact with us yet, but hopefully he will.
I think we have. We can get to his YouTube account via the memberships.
We'll do our best to contact, but I believe the other 2 know that they are winners, and Brian has messaged us his address already. I'm not sure if Shauna has, but there you have it. A disastrous day from start to finish, on the pitch, off the pitch. It took us an hour to get the stream up as well. I mean, we've just had problems since the game kicked off, pretty much. So, there you have it. I just want to thank everyone who was waiting. Thank everyone who took part today and was watching us all the way through. We'll see you again tomorrow for the pre-match fan show, the Brighton pre-match fan show. It's usually at 3 o'clock, but tomorrow we will be going live at 4 o'clock. So check out tomorrow. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs. We are Tottenham TV here, and we have got some really, really exciting news to bring to you today. We have got some amazing prizes for you to give away over the next 4 months. And first of all, though, I want to talk to you about memberships and how you can join and what it's all about. Sim, tell us more about these memberships.
So currently we have 2 tiers of membership live on the channel. We have the silver tier and we have the gold tier of memberships. What you get with the silver tier is you get shout outs, it's general support for the channel, and you get customized emojis. And for the gold tier, you get priority on our fan show, and you get entered into a prize draw at the end of every month. It will be drawn live on our last watch along on every month, and we have 3 tiers of prizes we're going to be giving away each month to all our gold members. So what can you tell us more about the prizes?
I mean, these prizes are really, really exciting. I'm going to go from bottom to top. The bottom prize, so that we'll be giving away 3 prizes, like my brother said, every month. The first one will be given away on the Antwerp watch along on the 29th of October. So the number 3 prize will be flags and programs, so you'll get drawn out at random. Number 3, so the first person to get called out will get a flag and a program. The second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV t-shirt. No, not like this scrabby one that I'm wearing, but we have ordered some really nice new material, new colours. They are really, really nice, so keep your eye out for that. So the second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV shirt. And the number 1 prize, Sim, the big boy prize for the next 4 months are signed shirts. So the first month we'll be giving away a signed t-shirt, last year's Tottenham Hotspur shirt by Toby Alderweireld. The next month we'll be giving away a signed shirt from the Champions League year of Ledley King and Graham Roberts. And the last 2 months, this one's really, really exciting, we have got 2 shirts sponsored by William Hill. that is signed by the entire squad, the entire Tottenham Hotspur squad of last year on last year's shirt. So we've got 2 of those to give away for the last 2 months.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. You have to be a gold member to be eligible to win these prizes and to be entered into the draw at the end of every month. So to make sure that you're signed up, you need to scroll down to the join button, click join and become a gold member today. Obviously, you also have priority on the fan cams, on the fan show as well, if you sign up to be a gold member, so you can beat the queues and have your say after. We do a fan show after every single game this season. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we do fan shows throughout the season reacting to certain topics, so you get priority on that if you're a gold member. So make sure you scroll down and join.
Exactly. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you out there for all the support. To be eligible to win this, all you need to do is scroll down, click join and join our gold membership. Once again, thank you all for the support, for the continued support, for all. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years we've been doing this.
Yeah,
now,
a long time. But we want to give something back. So we're doing surprise draws. This is on top of the live watch along Harry Kane giveaway that we do for every single game. And all you have to do is be subscribed to win Spurs prizes for that. So we're just giving away prizes left, right, and centre, aren't we?
We are indeed. I mean, we love giving back to you. We appreciate all the support you've given us on all over the years. So look, thank you very much. Click join our gold membership, be eligible to win these great prizes, and yeah, thank you very much. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.